Hello everyone, my name is Patrick Toot. I am a junior going on senior at Virginia Tech. I will be graduating in the spring of 2019, so I'm going on to my senior year this upcoming year. I'm here to talk about a little bit about this past semester where I was working. So I was working at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. I was living in an apartment complex with a few other roommates that Disney owned right off the property. So that's where I was living and working in Walt Disney World. Specifically, I was assigned to the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train attraction in the Magic Kingdom. What I did was, my role was attraction specifically, so I just worked that specific attraction because in attractions at Disney, you have to get trained to a specific ride, and so that was the ride that I was specifically trained to. I met so many people on this program, not only the people I worked with at the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but also people from other rides, other locations, other attractions, and not only attraction roles, but we were able to do other roles like pack shifts where we would work parades and firework routes and other things like that. So I got to meet many people that way. A lot of the people that I made sure I got super close to were my coworkers at the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but also the leadership above me. I got to know my coordinators and my leaders really well, the ones who helped guide me through this whole entire process. So they were really awesome. Basically, on a daily basis, I would go to work usually in the afternoon to evening because all the full-time and part-time workers had the morning shifts, and they would put us college program people on the college program at night to close the ride, because who working full-time would want to work at night. That's what we were there for. But it was so much fun because I got to get to know all of my coworkers. And so with that, I was trained for every position on the attraction, all the way from greeter to greet the guests, to people loading people onto the ride, to operating the ride, to being the person on the main console who's in charge of the whole entire ride system. So I had to get trained at every position, and I had to pass an assessment. Once I passed my assessment, then I was fully trained on the ride, and I could work any shift, obviously, at the mine train. So on a daily basis, I would basically show up to work. At the Magic Kingdom specifically, we had to park at the cast member parking backstage, and we would take a bus in to the Magic Kingdom. And once we got inside, we would get off the bus at our bus stop, and we would walk into work. My usual work shift a typical shift would be anywhere between 6 to like 8 hours. For a 6-hour shift, I would get 2 15-minute breaks in the middle at some point. And for an 8-hour shift, I would get 2 15s and a 30-minute lunch break. And during those shifts, we would pull a rotation and or a position, and we would go to that position and then work that position. And every 30 to 45 minutes, they would send a rotation around, and we would get to switch positions that we were at, so we weren't stuck at the same one all day. So there were consistent rotations that would be going around, so you're always moving, always doing something different, so it never got boring. And it was also nice that those rotations usually switched up the position from being stuck at a console to being out front talking to guests, and all that kind of stuff. So I guess you could say a lot of different things I learned from this program were all about like the big corporate company, how everything runs, from just time management, keeping a schedule, to communication, to working on a team. A lot of what Disney teaches you is customer service, but also safety and efficiency, and all these different things. So those are all very important to them. And so yeah, so I learned so much on this program, not only just the basic company aspect, but also just about myself and what I'm looking for in my future. Because yes, it's not my dream job, but it's definitely taught me what my dream job could be, whether that's working higher up in Disney or going towards the corporate route, or different options and routes that you can go within a company like Disney. I definitely learned all those different things that you can do from this 4-month co-op that I had. Other than that, I really had an amazing time doing this. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I really had a hard time leaving, because how could you leave the happiest place on earth? But it was so worth it. I have no regrets doing the program, and if anyone is questioning doing it, I definitely suggest go for it because it's one of the best things I've done in my college. So thank you so much for everyone who helped me through the program, and I'm happy to have said that I completed the Disney College program.